Hey guys, I'm going to be trying this out for this channel a little bit, see how this goes. So I'm calling them Airsoft News Updates, where I just talk about, every week or so, some new Airsoft guns and anything relevant to Airsoft, really. And in this one I'll be going over some of the legislature also, what I think is cool, some releases or to-be-released guns. So let's get started. I think I'm going to start out with VFC Company's M27 IAR. If you don't know what the M27 IAR is, in real life it's basically a program by the U.S. Marine Corps to replace the M249 SAW, Squad Automatic Weapon, and Heckler & Koch introduced their M27 IAR. It's very popular. You can see it inside the Battlefield 3 games, one of the starter LMGs. That's where you may know it from, but it's basically a Heckler & Koch 416, which is basically an M16 that's improved, but make it a machine gun. You know, longer, heavier barrel, stuff like that, really. And this M27 is going to be a gas blowback rifle, and obviously that makes it a little expensive, I guess, but it's supposed to be, I guess it was released at the end of June last month. So it's pretty new, probably just came out. It seems like a very cool gun. I am a fan of the M27 IAR. Not a fan of it being introduced in the military, but, you know, just one of those guns, really, that just seem really cool, and you'd love to have one of them. Of course, you'd love to have every single gun out there, but this one does seem very unique, and I don't know about reliability in real life, but it seems like it'd be a really good gun for Airsoft, and it's pretty sure it's licensed by Umarex, and that's always a good thing. Umarex, I feel like they make some good guns, so I think that's something you should check out. And to move on, while we're talking about Heckler & Koch, the new VFC Company 416 or 417, my bad, has, I think, just came out, really, or will be, also licensed by Umarex, and I am a fan of the 417 more than the 416. I feel like 417 brings in more marksmanship kind of characteristics, really. The 416 I feel kind of looked a little weird sometimes, but the 417 I think gives it its own futuristic look. And I don't know how much it costs right now. I've been looking around a little bit for it. I really haven't found it, really, but this one's an AEG. So far it seems like the FPS goes around 360, and yeah, it just seems really cool. I think it's going to be a little expensive, one of those higher level guns, really. Not one of the entry guns you'd like around, 100 to 200, 300, however much you think is an entry gun, really. I consider entry guns to be around 100 to past 200, but not 300, obviously. And that just seems really cool. Seems like it's not all made out of polymer. I could be wrong, I'm not sure, but just based off of the pictures, it just looks really cool. I like what they did with the magazine, with the imitation bullets. It doesn't look cheap, but then again, it is a picture. I haven't seen any reviews too much on it, really. So, yeah. I really do like this, though. Now to move on, the Inokatsu Rock ZB26 AEG. It's on Airsoft GI. Just came out today on Airsoft GI, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's on World War II. It has to be, but I think it's definitely from Czechoslovakia, and it's basically a replica AEG. The magazine goes on the top. It seems way overpriced for this type of gun, going around $860. And I think it looks interesting, but I'm not too much of a fan of World War II guns. I like them, but this just seems ridiculous. Obviously the magazine has to go in the top, and of course you have side iron sights, but it just looks like a pile of crap. I'm sorry if you guys like that, but yeah, I feel like if you are interested in World War II replica guns, AEGs, especially really high entry, or not entry level guns, just really high quality guns, I'm guessing this one is. It just seemed like a really unique weapon out there. You don't see a lot of weird looking AEGs out there. You know, everyone almost looks like the other one, and the only thing that makes them a little different is, you know, your rails and everything else. But speaking of unique, I'm going to kind of move on to the custom KWA LMF4 MagPul PTS gas blowback series airsoft guns. Now, speaking of unique, even though they are M4s, they look pretty beast. You know, I mean, they haven't done a lot to them, but, you know, just by, like, you know, you can switch out the stock on an M4, you can switch out the RAS handguard, and the gun looks completely different if you do it right, and I feel like, look-wise, they've done a real good job on it. Interior-wise, I think they've done a really good job also. You know, it has to be really good. They are a little pricey, of course, being that it is from MagPul. You know, not a lot of cheap things from MagPul, but it is quality. And, you know, so far it seems like it ranges from, you know, 555 all the way up to 700. So, that's what I've seen so far. But I recommend looking into those if you're really interested in gas blowback rifles as well. And if you'd like to keep with the M4 look, and, you know, if you'd like to range from CQB all the way till, like, basically sniper combat, you know, field. So that seems really interesting. I think you guys should check that out if you really like that. And another thing that I like to bring up away from the guns themselves is tactical gear. More importantly, camo. And I am a fan of the digital camo, but more importantly, the Marine Corps woodland and desert camos. Those look really nice. I really like them personally. I wear them. And the Army, not so much. The ACUs, no, they look retarded. I'm sorry if you guys love those, if you love the Army, but I feel like those camos don't do the job right. When you go into the forest, you look basically like some green-blue kind of grayish person walking around, and then when you're in the desert, you're basically walking around in some sort of green in the middle of, like, sand. So I could see if you're maybe in, like, you know, a little bit of the middle, like maybe Afghanistan, but not even. But what I'm going to go into today is the other potential reptile camouflage patterns that the Army is considering, and I really don't feel like they'll get past that all. But I guess they're being called the Highlander series, and, you know, along with ACU, I'm really not a fan of the multicam. I mean, you just look stupid in a multicam, I'm sorry, but you do. And another one of those that kind of mixes in, but multicam's a little step ahead of the ACU. At least you look like you've been in mud, you know, a little brown in there with your little green vegetation, I guess. But not as good as the Marine Corps woodland camo. But you know, I think this reptile camo is just ridiculous. It's stupid. I think, like, the Army's asking, you know, they're just trying to find stupid things to spend money on. But I mean, this is obviously one of them. I don't feel like it's a great idea. It's just like, I mean, you're not trying to, like, hide with the lizards. I mean, this isn't like, I don't know, Spider-Man 3 or something like that, or did I just call it 3? No, I meant the new one. Anyway, sorry about you Spider-Man fans. Anyway, that's kind of weird. But, yeah, you're not trying to hide with the lizards. No, I'm sorry, you're not. And, it's just weird. I think this is stupid, but I feel like somebody out there is going to end up wanting to wear this in some sort of airsoft or paintball game. And then, you know, they can go ahead. I really don't care. I mean, I just plan on shooting you, but in airsoft paintball, not in real life. Sorry if you meant that way. But, moving on with stupid things, I don't know a lot about this. I'm actually hoping that you guys could inform me more about this if you guys know the latest news. Obviously, I'm not sure if everybody heard about this in California. This new legislature to make your realistic airsoft guns look like stupid-looking, colorful Nerf guns. So, I mean, I'm fine with the orange tip. You know, some people put on more realistic-looking metal flash hiders. That's cool. I think they look cool. But I don't mind the orange flash hiders. You know, your preference. I really don't care. But I'd like to find out about this SB 798 or the SB 1315 legislature. I know it bans realistic-looking pellet guns, aka AEGs or Airsoft in period, which I know Airsoft is a huge thing in California. A lot of people like it. There's a lot more places in California where you can go airsofting, and a lot of the stores and even YouTube channels take place in California, and you know, I think everybody, not only people in California, should worry about this, because the thing is that most of your airsoft guns, if they're not made in the US or Europe, are pretty much all made in Asia. So, you know, that's the Pacific Coast, and California's on the Pacific Coast, so obviously imports from Asia have to get into California, or if you want Washington or something like that, I don't care. But either way, I have to go through California primarily. They got a lot of docks like Oakland and whatever. So that means that if it goes into California, it's affected, and a lot of these websites and stores are in California, so that affects the rest of the nation. I mean, you don't have any other stores really with, big websites, I don't know if you want to call them corporations yet, but, with, like, Evike, I'm not sure about Airsoft GI, a lot of those places are centered in California, and they ship across the nation and basically prepare the nation for Airsoft Nerf looking guns. So, if you guys know anything about that, please let me know about it, comment, message, whatever you want. I want to find out more about this, and thanks for watching. I'd like to know your opinions about this news update thing, if I should continue it, or don't be too harsh about that. But, or what I should include in future episodes, I guess. So, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.